the top stories, state of emergency takes center stage at National Assembly. Bastia a ghost town once again during 24-hour lockdown. And top CXC official offers best wishes to students. The details on these stories and more after the break.
In your formative years, we were there. When you got the good news and the bad, we were right there with you. Through all your great adventures, we were always right by your side. Now that life has thrown us a curveball, we are still here. And as we navigate this difficult period, the SKCCU will continue to be there for you and your family to help you through. We will assist you in safely and efficiently accessing your funds through our digital platforms, online banking, mobile banking, ATMs, and even our drive-through services. We can get through this together with responsible financial decisions by making food and medication a priority, practicing proper hygiene, maintaining social distancing, and constant prayer.
We're here for you.
We're still here.
We will get through this together.
SKCCU will continue to be your financial partner for life.
Use BioCare Lab Strong Ends products to supercharge your hair with deep lasting hydration from nature's most amazing moisturizers, raw moisturizing honey, and conditioning shea butter. These ingredients pull moisture from the hair to boost, strengthen, and restore the oldest and weakest parts of your hair, your ends, helping to keep them stronger. Wow, beautiful hair. Strong Ends. Dry, damaged, breaking hair and no hair growth? Strong ends? Whoa! I'm not cutting this hair for anything. Weak, thinning edges due to weaves and braids. Strong ends? Longer and free of split ends. Get supercharged from roots to end with BioCare Lab Strong Ends Honey and Shea Butter Infused Relaxer and Hair Growth Product. Available retail at CNC Superfoods on the Bay Road and wholesale at CNC Trading on the CAP Southwell Industrial Park. Telephone 465-4081.
Trustworthy, secure, reliable, and responsive. These are just some of the words customers use to describe their experience with the Bank of Nevis Limited. And after 35 years of delivering excellent customer service and honoring our corporate social responsibilities in the island of Nevis, we are finally in St. Kitts. Come and experience why we're not just another option. We are the standard. Bond strong.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 Newscast. I'm Carla Barrage. A state of emergency in St. Kitts and Nevis will be in effect until December 31st, 2021. This means that citizens, residents and visitors in St. Kitts and Nevis will have to tailor their behavior in accordance with the regulations of the SOE. The resolution to extend the current SOE was approved by the National Assembly on Monday and declared by Speaker of the House, Honorable Michael Perkins.
We have 12 ayes, Honourable Speaker, 1 abstention, and 2 members were absent when the division was done.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. It has been reported to this Honourable House that of the 15 members of this House, that is all 11 representatives and 4 senators, some 12 members have voted in support of the resolution to extend the state of emergency to 31st December.
Moments before votes were cast, members of the opposition exited the chambers, demonstrative of their non-support of the extension of the state of emergency. In presentations made, however, they outlined that the resolution should have been coupled with an action plan with regards to the economic, educational, and health status of the country, according to Senator Dr. Joel Clark. In relation to health, Minister of Health, Honorable Akila Barry-Nisbet, mentioned during her presentation that scientists will this week meet with the ministry to chart the way forward in relation to properly managing the Lambda strain of COVID-19 circulating in the country. The votes were cast as 12 ayes, 1 abstention, with 2 members of opposition leaving the National Assembly. The 24-hour lockdown is underway, and much like in 2020, the streets of Bastille were a ghost town. Normally busy sections such as 4th Street and the Circus stood deserted as businesses have been ordered to be closed under the current emergency orders. Public transportation has also been halted, so bus terminals lie empty. Government officials have stated that the goal of the 24-hour lockdown is to restrict movement and, by extension, the spread of the COVID-19 virus. The police have indicated they would be out on the streets monitoring for persons breaching the lockdown regulations. The 24-hour lockdown runs until Thursday at 5 a.m. Thursday and Friday will be days of limited operation when specific essential businesses will be allowed to open. The nation goes back into 24-hour lockdown on Friday at 6 p.m. Registrar and CEO of CXC, Dr. Wayne Wesley, has extended best wishes to students of St. Kitts and Nevis and those across the region who are sitting CXC examinations beginning on Monday, June 28. In a post on CXC's YouTube page, Dr. Wesley commended the students for their persistence and resilience in overcoming the challenges of 2021.
On behalf of the Caribbean Examinations Council, I would like to express best wishes to all candidates for their upcoming 2021 regional examinations. Your perseverance and hard work in surmounting many of the challenges which 2021 presented is commendable. We are aware that many persons are still being impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic and other natural disasters. The health protocols that have been established by each territory will be closely followed to ensure that all candidates can conduct the examinations in a safe environment.
He also thanked parents, teachers, and principals for assisting the students.
We wish also to express our gratitude to teachers and principals for their diligence and dedication in the preparation of their students for this year's regional examinations. A special thank you to parents and guardians for their continued support. We would like to thank the Ministries of Education and local registrars for their support in the administration of the regional examinations.
Dr. Wesley encouraged all candidates to arrive early at their examination centers and to follow the instructions provided by invigilators. He said CXC continues to work to ensure the certification students receive not only reflects their competencies, but has regional and international recognition as well. Students who are sitting CXC examinations, which began on Monday, have been offered words of encouragement by Minister of Education, Honorable Jonel Powell. Speaking with ZIZ News, Minister Powell encouraged each student to do his or her best, as this is what they have been preparing for.
I say good luck to all of our students who will be writing the exams. As of today, some of them would have already done the practicals. And, you worked well, you have done the preparation, just go out there and do your best in terms of your examinations. Stay safe.
He said despite the difficulties brought on by the pandemic, the students worked hard to prepare for the exams.
It's been a difficult road the past year and a half, and we give God thanks for the mercies that He has bestowed on us thus far. We've been able to be the only Caribbean country to actually have a full school year as normal, so to speak. And I am very confident that both teachers and the students have been putting in a lot of work in recent times, even with our last few weeks of COVID positive increases in terms of the cases.
The Education Minister also thanked those who have played a role in making it possible for the students to sit the regional examinations.
To all of those persons who have had to come on board and join the new protocols in order to allow the students to be able to write the exams, I say thank you to them, the invigilators, the drivers, the cleaners, the screeners, the staff at the Ministry of Education under the leadership of the registrar, Mr. Claxton, Solomon Claxton. Thank you all for the support that you've given to these students to ensure that they can achieve their educational successes.
The CXC examinations take place from June 28th to July 30th, 2021. We now take a look at the nation's COVID-19 situation report and vaccination update. After the break, Rotary Club of St. Kitts donates to the Ministry of Social Development, and Sir Kennedy remembers Dr. McGee. Stay with us.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your national bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Yo! You look like the dude who was shopping at furniture and appliances.
See, my friend, you look like you buy something from the Ashley Home Store.
How you know?
Because we get the cashback coupons and the free groceries for a year!
Cashback is back at Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture. Shop now and get a chance to win free groceries for 1 year.
Flow Broadband and TV is packed with even more value as you get a free Samsung tablet, free installation, and 50% off your bill for 3 months when you sign up now. Yes, a free Samsung tablet. Power all you do at home with up to 100 megabits per second super fast broadband. Plus, stay HD entertained with Flow TV. Stream, share, and do more on your new free tablet, which will also keep you connected on the go with ease. Sign up at a Flow store today. Conditions apply.
Welcome back. The Rotary Club of St. Kitts answered the call made by the Ministry of Social Development by donating items to assist persons severely impacted by COVID-19. A short handover ceremony was held at the Antioch Baptist Church on Monday. Rotary Club Projects Director Charles Morton said this donation is not the first of its kind from the club, as they have made similar donations in the past.
It is our pleasure to be part of this program. We want to make it a continuous program. Currently, the Rotary Club has been involved in a number of initiatives similar to this. We do it quarterly, where we get names and we go into the various communities and we deliver around 24 food hampers 3 times a year. So this is our time again to help the community and to help those in need.
He said while it is essential to feed persons during this time, it is also important to listen to the health authorities and get vaccinated. The items were collected by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social Development, Janelle Lewis Tafari, who thanked and commended the club for their contribution to the community.
The Rotary Club have several members who are committed to improving their communities. And as you can see here, it's not just about talk, it's about action. Meaningful action that has a positive impact on the lives of persons in our community. So again, on behalf of our ministry and the residents of St. Kitts and Nevis who will benefit from your donation, thank you.
Chairman of the National COVID-19 Task Force, Abdias Samuel, said he is pleased that the club has come forward at this critical time to assist persons in need.
I'm rather pleased to see the Rotary Club as an NGO come forward and demonstrate the national responsibility in supporting the impacted individuals as a result of this deadly virus, COVID-19. I want to commend the President and his team for coming forward during this critical time in supporting the national response and collaborating with the government of St. Kitts and Nevis to support its citizens, residents, and anyone else who needs this assistance.
He said the care packages will go to persons and families who have been socially and economically affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Former Prime Minister and only living national hero, Sir Kennedy Simmons, has offered his condolences on the recent passing of hotelier and owner and chairman of the board of the Mount Nevis Hotel, Dr. Adley McGee. Dr. McGee died at the age of 92. In a statement issued on the weekend, Sir Kennedy described Dr. McGee as an icon in the tourism industry in the Federation, where he was highly respected as a leading hotelier on Nevis. He noted that Dr. McGee offered his experience as an economist at the United Nations to St. Kitts and Nevis and served as economic advisor in the Federation's UN mission for several years. He also pointed out that Dr. McGee did the technical research and analysis in relation to the CBI project, which was introduced in 1984. Sir Kennedy ended by extending condolences to Dr. McGee's family and the staff of the Mount Nevis Hotel. And finally, on the local scene, earlier this week, the United States completed its 3-month-long refurbishment of the St. Kitts Nevis Defense Force Coast Guard's 2 nearshore intercept vessels as part of a U.S. $950,000 modernization initiative. The Safe Boat midlife upgrade included a complete vessel overhaul, new engines, and a spare parts package to ensure continued operability. The upgrades were made possible through the U.S. State Department's Caribbean Basin Security Initiative's Foreign Military Financing Program and U.S. Southern Command SOUTHCOM. The project is expected to strengthen St. Kitts and Nevis's ability to conduct maritime patrols and protect its coastal waters. SKNDF Coast Guard Commander Major W. Andrew Bass emphasized the impact of the initiative, saying, quote, both vessels are now even more capable to fulfill the organization's operational needs as we continue to ensure our maritime borders and territorial integrity of the Federation are secured. The United States originally provided the 2 safe boats to St. Kitts and Nevis as part of a grant in 2012. They are part of the U.S. Embassy's U.S. Caribbean strategy, which focuses on cooperation in the areas of security, health, energy, education, economic prosperity, and diplomacy. Coming up in regional news, Cuba confident of receiving WHO approval for COVID-19 vaccine. The details when we come back.
like the dude who was shopping at furniture and appliances.
See, my friend, you look like you buy something from the Ashley Home Store.
How you know?
Because we get the cashback coupons and the free groceries for a year.
Cashback is back at Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture. Shop now and get a chance to win free groceries for 1 year.
It's time to scratch and match with Digicel. Collect scratch cards when you top up $20 or more at any Digicel reseller or store, or pay your phone or home and internet bill in full. Scratch and match. Get 2 or more of the same digital app and you win a prize. It's that simple. Win cash, credit, vouchers, lunches, spa dates, Digicel merchandise, and more. Plus, take the top half of your scratch cards to any of our retail stores to qualify for even more prizes in the big draw. Stay tuned to our social media pages to find out how to double or even triple your chances to scratch and match. Top up or pay your bill today. Get scratching, get matching. Digicel, better together.
Call or WhatsApp Agility Exports today at 1-246-417-0477 or email us at info@agilityexports.com to get yours now.
And we're moving now to news on the regional scene. Cuba is confident about receiving approval from the World Health Organization for its COVID-19 vaccine. More in this TTT News report.
Over 2.5 million Cubans have taken the COVID-19 vaccines manufactured by the state-run biotech corporation Cuba Pharma. The Abdala vaccine in particular has been found to have 92% efficacy. Cuban ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago, Tania Diego Olite, said there was no vaccine hesitancy among the Cuban population and no negative side effects reported.
Haven't been reported grave secondary reactions to the vaccines, just normal things in the zone where you put the injections, something like that, but not adverse reactions have been reported because they are also developed on platforms that we had.
The vaccines have been approved by the National Approval Board. They have not yet been approved by the WHO. But Her Excellency does not believe current U.S. sanctions on Cuba would prevent it from getting emergency use listing or emergency use authorization.
We don't see it will be a problem on that because, as I said before, we also have other vaccines that have been developed by Cuba, like meningococcus, hepatitis B, and has been received the approval. It's a fact that Cuba has done this with, despite the enormous difficulties.
Her Excellency Olite said Cuba has agreed to send 12 million doses of the vaccines to Venezuela in the next few months.
Leader of the Renaissance Party in Grenada, Martin Washington Edwards, in a fiery onslaught, has lashed out on what he says are the dictates of the Prime Minister infringing upon individual rights. Edwards accuses the ruling administration of creating an apartheid system whereby employee rights are being encroached on by their employers. Gerard Joseph of GBN News has the story.
Quoting excerpts of Grenada's constitution, Martin Washington Edwards says,
The Prime Minister's statement supporting the actions of SGU and other entities in what many have deemed forced vaccination has brought fear to employees because of job security. The leader of the Renaissance Party says the rights of employers cannot override the rights of workers.
But obviously, what the employer is supposed to do is to unionize, not get together and demonstrate against it, because the employer can't do the work by themselves. You take the employees to do the work. So there's no way. But right now, our employees are now being threatened.
Edward says he's organizing a protest march at the entrance to St. George's University on June 29th and is therefore inviting Grenadians to join and march for their rights.
So that definitely they will get a message that we don't want apartheid in Grenada, and we don't want any employer to override the rights of the individual employees.
He says he is in full support of the SGU workers who chose to stand for their rights and strongly condemns what he believes is becoming an apartheid system via the infringement of citizens' rights.
And as you said, you can't come on the compound if you don't take the vaccine. The only right the hotel as well as you have is to say, I want healthy people on the compound, you must take the PCR test. If you fail, you can't come. That's the only recourse. But what they're doing right now is definitely unconstitutional.
The Renaissance Party leader says no one has any right to tell a Grenadian to take something they do not want. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Coming up, Fiji's coronavirus outbreak, a warning to other Pacific nations about vaccinations. We'll tell you more when we come back.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Welcome back. Fiji has recorded another 241 new cases of COVID-19, along with 2 deaths. The head of the Red Cross in the Pacific says the outbreak is a warning to other nations in the region largely untouched by coronavirus to ensure their populations are vaccinated. More in this report.
Police stand guard at the edge of one of Fiji's COVID hotspots. Unless you're a health worker, no one is going in or out of the Gawia settlement.
We do not know who is sick, nor do we know if any of our relatives are sick. So what we do is we organise food and other items to be taken into the zone through police or soldiers to deliver to our relatives.
As the country battles with the super transmissible Delta variant, it's a similar story in the capital, Suva.
I was afraid to come outside because I know I'll get the virus from somebody. I don't know. If you're going to touch anything, you might get it.
Fiji went a full year without recording any community cases, but following a breach inside a quarantine facility, the country has seen nearly 4,000 cases since April.
The rise of cases in Fiji is definitely a wake-up call for Pacific nations who absolutely can prevent a first wave from reaching their shores. It is not an inevitability that we will see COVID taking over in the Pacific.
Before the pandemic, tourism accounted for about 40% of the country's GDP. This current outbreak is adding further financial pain for businesses.
We're still trying to make sure that we are trying to run a business, trying to feed the families of those that are working for us, that like the crew, they still have their own families, they still have their own rent to pay. So I think it's, as a business owner, we still have that responsibility.
Vaccination efforts are ramping up, with almost half of the country's target population receiving at least one dose of the AstraZeneca or Sinopharm vaccine.
The importance of the vaccination campaign is absolutely paramount. People must go out and get vaccinated, and that can help to arrest any caseload.
An 8-member medical team from Australia and New Zealand have also arrived to lend a helping hand. Talia Olatia, ABC News.
UNESCO's World Heritage Committee will meet next month to discuss which new sites should get a place on its prestigious list and which should be removed. Here's more.
UNESCO's World Heritage Committee will meet next month to discuss which new sites should get a place on its prestigious list and which should be removed. 7 have been added to the UN body's danger list, and 2 could be delisted entirely, as both human action and natural disasters threaten the character of these special places.
Delisting actually should never occur, because the duty is given to us, meaning the whole international community, meaning you and me, everybody on this planet, that we need to preserve those sites, which are so unique, so special. They have outstanding universal value. So we need to transmit them to the generations which come after.
The World Heritage list includes both natural and cultural sites that are judged to have outstanding value for the whole of humanity. The prestigious accolade is a sign to nations that these treasures must be cared for and preserved for future generations.
We don't want to block development, but it really needs to be aligned with the listing of the site, and that apparently failed to align that in Liverpool, despite the dialogue we had with the city over the years.
UNESCO proposals are, however, just proposals. It will be down to the committee itself to decide whether any of these sites should be given danger list status or, worse, delisted entirely.
It is misunderstood that the danger list is not, so to say, a red list to put the government into a difficult situation. It should be, on the contrary, understood that the whole world is there to work together to safeguard these sites. And the Great Barrier Reef is among the best World Heritage and most emblematic World Heritage sites, and I think this is where we need to work together instead of against each other.
Delisting is a very unusual step, and it's incredibly rare for 2 sites to face this action at a single session. The session will be chaired from Fuzhou, China, and will take place online from 16 to 31 July.
Up next in sports, Wimbledon milestone victory for Sierra Leone descendant, and Iran's wrestling team prepares for Tokyo Olympics. Stay with us.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
I took the vaccine because I want the in-person audience experience at Sugar Mass 50.
I took the vaccine because I want to be performing with all my peoples on Ultra Truck this year for Carnival.
I get vaccinated because I want to be on the road for Sugar Mass 50.
The reason I chose to be vaccinated because I'm a professional as an entertainer, for us to have a safer Boyta Carnival.
I am DJ Flames, and I got vaccinated because I want Sugar Mass 50 to be greater than ever.
I took the vaccine because I miss entertaining thousands of people and I miss hosting my own events. See you at Sugar Mass 50. Boom.
get vaccinated quickly to turn up Sugar Mass 50.
First up in sports, unseeded American Francis Tiafoe secured the biggest win of his career on Monday at Wimbledon. Tiafoe reached the Queen's Club quarterfinals 2 weeks ago, but this was the first time he has ever beaten a top 5 ranked player.
African-American Francis Tiafoe Jr. pulled off the first major upset at Wimbledon 2021 on Monday as he defeated world-ranked 4th male player Stefanos Tsitsipas to advance to the second round. The athlete did not miss returning serves to the top player, favored to win the match, as he sealed the biggest victory of his career for the first time in 12 attempts. Monday's win continues a stretch of great tennis playing from Tiafoe, which has included a trip to the quarterfinals at Queen's Club and a title at the Nottingham Challenger Tournament. Success for a child of immigrants who escaped to the United States from the nearly decades-long Sierra Leone Civil War.
Training for the Olympics during the pandemic has put athletes under even more pressure. In Iran, the Games play a very important role in building national pride. For Iranian wrestlers headed to Tokyo, that pressure is even more intense as they carry the hopes of a nation. Al Jazeera's Asad Beige reports from Tehran, Iran.
It's known as Iran's national sport, and being the best at wrestling can bring prestige, honor, and national fame. Iran has won over 40 Olympic medals in the sport over the past 6 decades. The most famous Iranian wrestler, Ghulam Raza Takhti, watches over them. But preparations for this year's Games in Tokyo are very different. The COVID pandemic has changed everything.
We have to admit that Corona had a considerable impact on our athletes' preparation, body fitness and progress. We lost a great deal of time. Iran's Wrestling Federation did a great job over the last 6 months. The most important thing about the Tokyo Olympics is the absence of spectators. Fans are the spirit of the Games. They motivate the athletes and fuel energy and excitement to the atmosphere.
The athletes are staying at a sports village, train twice a day and are forbidden from leaving except for a few days a month. They have to get tested for COVID-19 and quarantine when they return.
To be a wrestler in this country is to be instantly recognized. For many Iranians, it symbolizes a part of who they are. It's considered to be one of the toughest sports in the world. That's why these wrestlers are cut off from other people. They can't take the risk of being infected and missing the games. Even for us to get access in here, we had to test negative for COVID-19.
Iranian fans, including athletes' families, won't be able to travel to Tokyo. It's added to the challenges these athletes will be facing. But Iran has some of the best wrestling facilities in the world. The Wrestling Federation has tried to provide them with everything they need for their time in isolation. Doctors, physiotherapists, nutritionists and several coaches, all at hand 24 hours a day.
Each time we enter the camp, we do PCR test, stay in quarantine for 1 day and then join other wrestlers. We can't leave the camp easily or go out. We are always inside the wrestling house and just train.
More than 50 Iranian athletes will attend the Tokyo Games. The country has tried its best to shield them from the pandemic. Iran has been the worst affected in the Middle East. These wrestlers have received 2 doses of a COVID vaccine, but they still need to adhere to health protocols.
The most difficult thing is staying in the camp without being able to go out, and the easiest, nothing in the national team training camp is easy, but maybe eating is the easiest thing to do.
Iran will be competing in taekwondo, fencing and many other sports. But like in previous years, many here are pinning their hopes on the country's wrestlers making it to the winner's podium. Asad Beg, Al Jazeera, Tehran.
And that's it for sports. When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
Whether you're at home or abroad, ZIZ's social media platforms help you stay connected with what's going on in St. Kitts and Nevis. Keep up with daily events by liking our Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter at ZBC Online. Like our pictures on Instagram and subscribe to our videos on YouTube. Also, you can watch us live on the ZIZ mobile app and our website, zizonline.com. No matter where you are, ZIZ is just a click away. ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation, reaching you wherever you are.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
And wrapping up with a recap of the top stories. State of emergency takes center stage at National Assembly. Bastia a ghost town once again during 24-hour lockdown. And top CXC official offers best wishes to students. And that's the end of the ZIZ Channel 5 Newscast. Thank you for joining us. I'm Caleb Barrage. Bye.